Hey, what's up? It's Comic 95, the Savior. So, for this Ren's Japanese journal today, I kind of want to have a very different conversation with you guys. So I just got home from work. Please excuse my look. My teeth are like super yellow right now. I've had like a ton of coffee today. I wanted to just complain about my job, my day. But I first want to start off by saying that I absolutely love my new job, for starts. So I'm not like complaining about it in that sense, but I do want to shed some light on something that I think will benefit a lot of other foreigners. So instead of so much talking about me, I want to give you guys advice, and to get right to it, you really want to stop using the definition of friend so loosely. And what I mean by that is, it's so easy to get comfortable with people here in Japan as a foreigner because you connect with them, you want to talk with them, you want to share ideas, you think that you agree on everything, but you honestly will not. You have people that are so wrapped in their ways, that come from different cultures, different countries, etc., and you're not going to agree on everything. And that sounds cool, right? But the problem is when these friends or people that you work with and or that go to your school, you have to deal with them every single day, and unfortunately, people like to gossip and talk. That's how people make friends. It's unfortunate, but that's what most people do. They have conversations about other people to make small talk. And unfortunately, especially when you're new, or if you're a very emotional person, by being so gullible, stupid, and open with people, you're making yourself a target. So you might think everyone's your friend, but really they're talking crap about you behind your back. And so to kind of go into my own little story today, I'll never fully know exactly what happened. But as you'll probably see in other videos once I finally post them, because the order is going to be totally out of whack, you guys, I'm so sorry. The teacher that I replaced that was leaving, I told you guys that I didn't trust talking to the staff at my job despite how much I love it, because I had a feeling that they talked about each other at work, and I was right. I got confirmation of that later on. And not just that, it's just common sense to me. I like to keep my work life separate from at home. And I think a lot of people, they want to have connections with people. You come to Japan, you might have depression as part of why you're here. You might have anxiety, you might be bipolar, you might feel suicidal. And so you think, oh, let's open up and talk to these people. They're my friends. They say that they're my friends. We go to karaoke, we drink together, we eat together. No, these people are not your friends. They are there to have fun. They're there to use you to make small talk, basically. And the same thing can happen in your home country, but I feel like it's a lot worse here because you already have a limited amount of people that you can truly talk to and openly express yourself to that are native or native fluent speakers. And to me, even when you're speaking to someone that speaks English fluently, I feel like it's not the same as someone that's born and raised in an English-speaking country. I can't really explain it, so long story short, I didn't like this girl, but I won't lie, I was a little bit hurt. I found out from my coworker that used to be her co-teacher, so we both teach the same grade. She told me that basically she came to her and she was like, yeah, like, Ren, like she had a whole notebook, like a page of toys that she wanted to buy for them. And so while this teacher, like, you know, she said, oh, like, I wasn't sure, like, I didn't know if it was true or not, like, is it true? And so I'm like, yeah. And so she never, like, went into detail about what she thought about it. But I explained myself, you know, my reasoning why. And it sounds so stupid to you, doesn't it? But yeah, like you see how desperate people are to make small talk. So I knew that she was nosy, and I saw that when she was training me, aka I'm shadowing a chick that doesn't even have a degree in education, whereas I do. I saw that she kept like trying to look inside my notebook and see what I wrote and was pretending like she was trying to help me. But I saw that she was really like reading it and thinking to herself, why are you buying this? Why do you need this? Whatever. And it's like, girl, you're on your way out the door. Why the fuck are you concerned about what I'm doing with my students, my future students? So I kept it professional, never told her what I thought, but now she knows. Long story short, I still can't even figure that out. So you're mad at me because unlike you, I plan to use my own personal funds to buy better toys for the classroom. The chick was a hoarder. She was selfish and was apparently hoarding supplies at the school. She didn't clean up behind herself. She left food inside the drawers that's still there because I haven't had the time to clean it out. She pretty much dumped her trash from her place and ran off with her little sham marriage with some British guy and going back to the US to work out visas. So the whole thing was really phony and I sensed it. And it was really funny because when I first came there, like when I was talking to my boss was all like, oh, like you need to make friends with people, you need a support system, we don't gossip, we don't do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, I've kind of already experienced some teachers doing little stuff, and that was a small thing. But to me, it's like, if you felt like something that small was worthy, you know, or important enough for you to go and tell another teacher about what I wrote, what else have you told them if you're willing to tell something so little insignificant? So just finding reasons to be upset with me. I've done nothing to anyone. And so like after that, I was like, oh. And so I can just go into so much more detail. There's more stuff that happened, but just as an example. So I also want to add in some other stuff. I'm a part of a lot of different Facebook groups, and I have seen some crazy stuff happen inside these groups. I see a lot of people that are really, really dumb. They share all of their personal... I'm one of them, but hey, I'm a YouTuber. It's kind of expected for me. But these people will like share a whole bunch of information about their work life, and going into detail about their feelings and whatnot. And it's like, you never know who's reading what you wrote. For myself, you never know who's watching what you're showing. I'm not concerned about losing my job. But for other people, you know, if you don't have a workplace like how I do, you're not inside of that type of environment, you don't have a backup plan, you most certainly do not want to share your personal life online, because you don't know who's watching. And don't think that because you're sharing information with people from your country or your religion or your race that they will not do it, because people will. They will put you down to get themselves ahead. Again, people like gossip, they love to make small talk, and what better way than to give somebody the scoop, some inside information on the new employee, even if you've been at the company for a while. Then it's even better. Like, you know, it goes both ways. So I'm not trying to make you scared to do anything in Japan or to be friends, but I do want you to, you know, think about it, come back down to earth. You're an adult. You cannot just tell everyone everything about you. You cannot be best friends with everyone. Your job is not the place to make friends. I'm sorry. You can get lucky and make a really good friend. You can get lucky and find the love of your life. I have coworkers that got married at, you know, my workplace, etc. It does happen. But to be totally honest, I don't recommend it. I feel like there's more of a risk for there to be problems than there is a likelihood for good things to come out of this. So again, this is just my own 2 cents, but if I were you, I would just be so careful with what you show people, what you say to people. It does not matter how much you do together, because like this chick, everyone hung out with her, everyone was basically her friend, and the moment, they even threw her a going away party, but the moment she left, they started joking and talking about her being a bitch, and about her being selfish, and about her being, you know, having this princess mentality, and wanting bonuses, and I think she got it too. So all of the stuff that she like demanded and her going off on people, everyone had so much negative stuff to say. But it's like, wait, you guys threw her a going away party. You guys went out to dinner with her, you went out to karaoke with her, you all hung out and ate at lunch, etc. together. But at the end of it, once she left, they were like, oh yeah, she's not our friend. Everything was strictly professional, just business, keeping it, you know, cordial, whatever. And it's like, oh, good to know. So if they're willing, you know, this chick they've known for 2-3+ years, to throw her under the bus in front of me, talk crap about her in front of everyone else, God only knows what conversations they've had when I wasn't around. And so of course, and I've joked about like, oh, like I know you guys are gonna talk shit about me when I leave. They're like, oh no, like it was nothing personal towards you, like, you know, we're just whatever, we're just like, yeah, okay, sure. So I'm not bothered by it, I expect it, but this is why, like I said, I make my own friends on my own time. I do not make friends at work. I do not try to make friends at school. I am there to study. I am there to make money. I don't care about anything else. If you don't like me, that's cool. You don't like what I believe in, that's cool. You don't like what I stand for, that's cool. I don't care if you don't like me. I'm there to make money, and I'm there to go home. And I'm not going to let anybody get in the way of that. And I suggest that you do the same thing. If you're not feeling good mentally, I'm sorry, you got to get that together. You better find some friends in your home country, but do not talk to people here. Do not vent to them. Do not. I would say do it if you did not meet them at your job or at your school, especially not at your job, because it will make your life a living hell. You have to go there to make money in order to survive. If it's a friend that you met at a party, etc., then fine, feel free, do your own thing. But to be honest, you might want to invest in a counselor, do what you gotta do. But I would not just tell anyone my information, because I've seen so many people lose their job, or so many people find out that, hey, one of the people that, you know, was inside of this group, They told their boss, they told whoever, and it cost them their job, you guys. So there's some serious stuff being put on the line. You know, you really have to think about what you're doing, what you're saying, and who to, and why. So again, I understand why you want to do it, but just think twice before you speak. Think twice before you share. Don't go into detail. Don't give hints. Don't allude to stuff. Just keep everything super, super neutral in the workplace. And don't be afraid to say no to stuff. People invite you places you don't want to go. Turn it down. You don't have to say yes to everything. You cannot say yes to everything. You cannot be everywhere all the time. It's okay to say no. Don't get pressured into drinking. Don't get pressured into partying, going out, clubbing, etc. Be your own person. It's hard to do, especially when you're new to working in Japan. But you will realize that you would have rather not hung out with these phony people to begin with. Because again, they'll smile in your face, they'll invite you out, and then you find out these people don't really like you. They're talking crap about you behind your back. They're saying that you're weird. They're saying that you dress strange, you're ugly, your hair, whatever. They're just talking about you. And you can say that that's life or whatever, but I find that it happens a lot more, unfortunately, here as a foreign teacher versus like at a normal place. Like I feel like there's more gossip here amongst teachers than there is in retail environments. The bigger the school, the more problems you'll deal with. I work for a pretty big company, but if you work for a smaller school, you might not deal with this so much, but it's happened to me at small schools too. So again, this is the best job that I've had. I love this job to death, and I'm not gonna let a few people that don't like me get in my way. I don't care if all of the staff hated my guts. I have personally chosen to stay here, and I'm not gonna let anyone change that. And I have learned to accept the fact that everyone's not going to like me and that I cannot trust everyone. And for that reason, I'm super careful what I say to people. You can guess, who I'm talking about. You can guess what I mean. You might know who I'm talking about, but you're not going to hear it out of my mouth. And I will let you just wonder, like, why is that chick so weird? What is weird? What's wrong with Ren? Like, where is she from? Like, why does she think this way? Why does she do things that way? Why won't she go out with us? Whatever. That's cool.
Get into the front seat, George.
I would rather have one real friend than have 30 fake work friends that I pretend to be cool with and do stuff with. I'm okay with being the boring, weird, whatever chick. That's cool with me. So that's that. All I'm saying is be very careful who you share information with. Don't be so quick to make friends at work. Like I said, it's so crazy because I swear you will have people that you will hang out with every single day. You guys talk about everything. You share secrets, everything. And then you'll come to find out this person has been taking all the information that you gave them and talking to the rest of the staff about you. So it's like, wow, what a backstabbing bitch. But that's just life for you. And so here I am being super, super phony, super, super nice to everybody, minding my own business, only talk when I need help. I normally wait for people to ask me if I need something. Like, I don't bother anyone. I'm all smiles, laughs. Hey, how are you? Thank you. Oh, you have a good day too. And yet people will still not like me at work. And that's definitely the case at my current job. So that's that. I guess I'm done with this video. I'm just letting you guys know, I'm not telling you to not make any friends and to keep to yourself entirely, but do not overshare. Watch yourself, limit what you say, and monitor your behavior. And keep in mind, how much are they sharing with you? My mom always taught me if someone's being nosy, asking you a lot of questions, ask them the same questions back. Refuse to answer some questions. You don't have to say, give an answer to everything that people ask you. You're an adult, not a kid. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you won't run into these problems while you are here. Just be careful, protect your heart, protect your mind, and try your best to keep your job. Don't share things that you probably shouldn't. Don't be like me. I have experience, I have connections here. You probably do not. I would not do what I'm doing. You most certainly do not want to publicize a journal like how I'm doing right now and share your feelings. Be careful with name dropping and giving names of businesses and schools, etc. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.